Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the StarSeries Qualifier. We will be getting into this relatively soon, don't worry. I've been told that the teams are about to be going into their 9th round and all that good stuff, so we'll be jumping into that in just a moment. Either way, we are here with what is now our semi-final. One of these two teams will be into the final, of course. In previous seasons, we may have even seen that a couple of teams would have got through, but it is a lot more brutal this time around. There is one spot for both EU and CIS combined, which I have to say I like. I like the fact that at least it's all sort of combined into one. It's not like, well, we've given one spot over to CIS, even though, well, as we can see, there's a 14. Was there even one in the semi-final? I don't think there was. Or quarterfinals even. I don't think even then there was one, so... yeah, it's not like the CIS did anything in this qualification. I imagine any of the better CIS teams will be invited to the main event anyway. But either way, we are going into what is going to be our 9th round. We can switch over to that right about now before I black screen us once again. And yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty exciting matchup. It is going to be between Sprout and Fragsters. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. We got a lot of Danes in the server, which is normally a pretty damn good thing. One sec. I'm having a feeling that maybe the sound's a little bit loud, so I'm just gonna have a play around with that, make it just a little bit lower, so you can hear my wonderful voice, which is I know what all of you are wanting. Well, not all of you. Some of you would like Zesh, which is understandable. He's a nice guy. I've met him. I met him in Germany, so I know Zesh. But yeah, we're gonna be going into what will be Sprout versus Fragsters. I am currently casting off a clean feed, so no, I cannot adjust the view model. Not that I would anyway, because I normally just leave it exactly the way it is, because I am very lazy. But you're hoping for an hour-long knife round. Damn. Is it Tom casting? Yes. Either way, early pause. It looks like they are going to be ready for this one. Of course, one of these teams will be facing off against either Optic or Imperial. And, well, we saw a very, very close game, actually, yesterday, I believe. Or, like, the later game, which I didn't cast, which Euronics almost took it. Like, I didn't get to see the game, but it seemed like Optic definitely weren't, like, absolutely world beaters, just smashing their way through this qualifier. So... yeah, it's definitely been sort of like an interesting one for the Danish side. There's so many Danes in this that it's just a little bit confusing. And yeah, we're going to be going into our pistol round. It will be a decent amount of utility actually invested. Even Stown going to be with the mini raid boss. We're going to have CT side, but a couple of players over towards this B site trying to take that early spot, and the T's just spread out across the map, mainly over towards B, and Bootsky actually going to be pushing straight down. The amount of utility was to try and sort of fake them out here, as the remainder of the team are going to double back in towards the A side. The fact is, one man pushing into B has not baited Sprout into any sort of rotation, and already Percy and Cyclone are going to be kicking things off with a couple of kills, another for Spiddy as well. Bomb will be going down, so that's something at least for Fragsters, but the chances of winning this round are very, very slim indeed, although Torben does manage to pick off a kill. Now, holding the flank is going to be his teammate, but there's nobody coming from that direction, and already the Dragonfly is left alone. 4 players to find, does manage a first, but Percy very quick on the trade as he nets his 2nd kill of the round, and it is going to be Sprout taking that pistol victory. Hey, Excites. Oh, someone's name's missing. Dun, dun, dun. What's going on there? Is this just new? Oh, there we go. Refresh. That's what they needed to do, you know? They needed to refresh the scoreboard. Ah! Kill me. Already, Dennis. Finding the opener. This is all going to be about just keeping things as clean as possible. Nice shot from NATO to wipe out one. And well, trying to do some damage. Does actually manage to take down a kill, so really not too bad in all honesty. Remember, they are going to be buying into the next round anyway, so any amount of damage in this one was decent because it forces a rebuy. It's actually my first time casting off the new UIs. It's not that different, it's just a little bit weird. It's a bit weird. We'll see. I don't know if I like it yet. Ready? T-side. We push him down. NATO already kicking things off. What has just happened there? Okay, so that's interesting. I'm guessing someone forgot to add a delay on, so we're actually ahead of everything. So they've decided to just pause the stream middle of the cast. That is just superb. We're going to be back after a short break while I try and sort this out. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Either way, guys, apologies about that. The clean feed I was sent is, yeah, was delayed. You can steal the stream. If you hate me casting, that's absolutely fine by me. I don't mind. It is going to be a quick trade back. That was a rip, I'll be honest. I just got absolutely wrecked. But, yeah, we are going to be into our round. It is going to be 2-0 still for Sprout, but the T's already with a man advantage. Spiddy looking to try and come in on the flank. Now, the bomb was being planted in a decent position. NATO Trying to find a peek back, but it isn't looking too good at the moment for the CT. Spitty's flank could do some damage, though. It's actually already going to spot out one. The other just around the corner, and Bubsky has absolutely no idea. Spitty will win out the round for his team. NATO has a kit, so no troubles there. And it's going to be a third round on the board for Sprout. T-side can't really... Well, they could go for a bit of a risk here. They've got loss bonus starting to build up behind them, so Bubsky could maybe buy an AK to try and do a little bit of damage, but... Definitely not the best of starts. I believe this pause was originally called to try and sort out the problems, but obviously there was a bit of a delay, so it's a bit weird. But have you seen the new knives? Yes. I've forgotten the one I like, the really skinny looking knife. The one that looks like it's used to open letters. I quite like that knife. Then there's the budget karambit. And then the other two I'm don't really care about. Stiletto. Yeah, I like that one. There we go then. Unpause has been called. See how much the T's are actually going to invest into this one. Doesn't look like that much at all. Maybe a P250 or two dropped. We will have Dragonfly likely to come in with an AWP fairly soon, so... It's down. Find an opener here. Ooh, Bubsky with a quick kill onto Cyclone. A bit of Dane-on-Dane action. I know there's a few people in the chat who would quite like to watch a bit of it, but I'm not continuing down this lane of thought. Actually, that's a dangerous, that's a dangerous thing to say. Percy, though, he's a little bit sneaky. He's got his swag 7 in hand and finds a double and 900 per kill. And what was a bit of a problematic scenario quickly delves into the realms of a fairly clean round for Sprout. 4 players surviving. Definitely noticing a few glitches on this UI. I don't know if that's down to the UI itself or what, but every once in a while, like, a player's name is disappearing, and I don't know. I think it's always going to be a little bit buggy when it's first properly released. I know there was obviously the beta, and I had a little bit of play around with it. I do like it. I think it's cool. Everything looks so pretty. Also, supposedly they've created, like, new stuff in the kill feed for, like, when nades hit people and kill them. I think that's awesome. The caster says XD, I'm leaving. Bye! See you later. Corbin is going to find the opener. The nade's going down onto Percy. I did. It was in the sentence, so I had to have said it. Cyclone already going to push back in. This is going to come down a lot to the timing. Oh, yeah, I don't think he spotted the leg. Peeking out, and Bubsky's going to rip his head off for it. CT's left to just 3 men surviving. They do have enough money to buy into the next round, but going to want to at least make things costly. But with 50 seconds left, things aren't done quite yet, and they're going to gamble. They're throwing it all in over towards this B site. Every single member of the team sat on B. See if I cape. Unfortunately, the T's look like they've just wandered into the free A site. Now, these sort of gambles I actually don't mind at all from Sprout. It is one of those things where it's sort of like, you gamble in towards the B site. If they go B, you have a chance to win the round because you got 3 players there. If they don't, then it's just sort of one of those things where you get to save your weaponry, so... They'll come in with a buy, that's for sure, in the next round. T's actually looking like they're going to be able to hold on to every single player, so that'll be a decent first win for Fragsters, because normally the biggest problem for a team just winning a round is that worry about the reset. Don't go, please stay. You are the only thing I need. Yes, fire. There you go, 5K. So I'll sing you a little song. If I say your name, TZ332. Oh, unless you're American, then it's TZ. We've got ourselves the odds. We do have ourselves Sprout. Wow, looking fairly strong in the odds for this first map. Double ob setup will be in for the CT side. She still isn't talking to me. It's not a bad joke. Say my name, say my name. I like that song. A little bit of aggression coming out from Dennis. He's going to be looking to try and find some sort of opener here. Hey, Swoop. Percy. Again, this time in pop, he's successful. The nade's going to be thrown down once again, but realistically, not going to do enough damage to actually remove him. Oh, the looks of things, they're going back towards Ivy now. It's interesting. These have gone for a more aggressive stance over towards the safe side. I imagine Dennis is still going to be watching over towards Pop, but if a smoke goes down, I love you too, TZ. 35 seconds left on the clock, and Fragsters, well, they did throw down the smoke. It gave them a little bit of presence, but it also gave away the information that they are over on towards this Ivy position. Still trying to make their way in. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock now. They really need to get their running shoes on. Dragonfly will find one, but Dennis, he actually drops the bomb. That's going to burn this clock even lower. Dragonfly with a second, managing to do damage, but Dennis is there with the trades, and whoa, Dennis just goes absolutely ham once again. 3 kills. Hey, Hugo, ever cast a knife round? I feel like you've just, like, I don't know if that was intentional, but so you've named my friend who didn't cast a knife round, but the person who got famous casting a knife round was Scrawny. I can't tell if that's just like pure memes. Hugo does have hair, but I'm going to steal it. As said, though, the T's with a flawless round in the previous means that they can buy into this one, and fairly comfortably at that. They've got AKs on every single player. Just noticed that Dragonfly has gone for a slightly different Fragsters logo to everybody else because he's special. You're on a completely different level of memery. I appreciate that. What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke timing? Of course, if they do lose this round, Fragsters are going to be in a bit of trouble. Now, the CT side don't have a huge amount of money themselves. We'll be struggling. I'm going to go pushing in towards the B side. Spinny ready and waiting. Sprays one. Almost gets the second. And through the smoke, NATO will find him instead. However, he's not long for this world as we turn back into a 3 versus 3. Up above, Cyclone looking to try and do some damage. Percy, oh, he has a chance there, but doesn't quite manage to hit the shots on the flank. They now know he's here, but the problem is they've got to try and clear the players in front of them, and they're not going to be able to do it. Bomb going down will help out Fragsters a little bit. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's gross. Hey, Andrew. It was good up until I heard that bomb sound. And now I feel dirty. Caster, did you bet? No. I really hope it's Todd. Hey, Uni. Thing is, though, what I have noticed is that most of the time, any new sound update, except maybe, I don't know. I like the Negev update. That was fun. But I hate most of them, and then it sort of gets better, and I don't mind it so much. So normally when it's the first time, let me not reply to you. I did, didn't I? Refresh yet to get on the board. You're right, he did. Pretty good game yesterday. So far, though, 6-1 up for Sprout. A strong start on the CT side. I will say that Sprout, their CT sides are definitely the better of the two. We've seen them drag back some pretty poor T rounds with their CT side. So we'll be able to see if they can just continue in this sort of form. Torben will be able to find the open spot to the aggressive. Okay, that's two openers now. Bubski's managed to get another. This is getting quite dicey now for Sprout, and they're yet to really build up too much economy. Over the last few rounds, this was sort of their chance. I did answer. I said, no, I didn't bet. I don't bet. Nice shot from Refresh as well. That's one way to enter the scoreboard. Somebody said 007. That person, unfortunately, was wrong. Well, now it's left just onto the double orbs. They may even want to just think about saving these, and that's not going to be happening. Oh, okay. There we go. Finally, it took a little bit of time. And NATO's even going to fall as well. Where did this round come from? Deagle's invested. That was pretty much it. Only Stown had any armor. And I don't know what just happened to Sprout. Everything seemed to be going swimmingly. And they've just lost it to very, very little. Torben, are you going to keep that mag? No. Okay. AKs, double AWPs over on the T side, but this round is only going to be pistols for Sprout. A real chance to get right back into this game, and well, not something I really wanted to see Sprout doing. Two AWP kills already. As said, not too much invested into this round. I will say from the CT side perspective, they've got a decent chance to steal one of these AWPs away. Refresh currently left alone over towards A main. And if you have a couple of players running onto you when you've got an AWP in hand, most of the time you're screwed. Unless you can line them up. Biddy gets a tag or two away. I'm more interested to see the push towards that A main spot, but it doesn't look like it's coming in at all. And Spiddy has to do something from above. Had too many targets to aim at, and eventually, well, Fragsters come back in. It's a flawless round again. In fact, have all the rounds they've won been flawless? I'm sure the first round was. The round with Deagles was flawless, and they've just won a third. So, yeah, whenever Fragsters have won a round so far, they haven't lost a single player. That is weird. That is really weird. I will never say your name, Greedy Cookie. Do you know what? I think you might be right. I cash UXD. Oh, God. Thank you. And well, that's done wonders for the T-side economy. So much money. Still a double AWP on their side. And, well, there's one of them. Stown is going to remove Percy's head. Stown is going to pick off a second as well. Dennis looking to try and re-aggress, and instead is met with death. You're welcome, Dennis. Push back into the fight. NATO fought as well, and things just seem to be going awfully now for Sprout. They started so strong. Cyclone trying his best to turn things back, but it will be Dragonfly. Finish him off. 6-4. Fragsters right back into this map. Only a Zeus. Spitty with his trusty Zeus. Actually, no, there's a PT-50 as well. Tell a lie. They invested a little bit more into this round. They didn't win flawlessly this time. I apologize. They were spotted and they had to stop winning flawlessly. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Jesus. Professional caster. Maybe. Ready. Starting strong. NATO going to continue to ruin the flawless round victory for Fragsters, as it was ended when I said it. Yeah, there are some people in the chat when, like, if they ask a question I don't want to answer, I'll just ignore it. I've seen people spam me with questions before, like, write the same question, like, 20 times. And I don't know if they just assume, like, oh, maybe he hasn't seen it. It's like, I have, I just don't want I just don't want to answer. I can't remember. There was one yesterday which kept coming up. One of them just kept asking me how much money I make, which was like, you're just not going to answer that one. Or asking me about racism. It's like, eh. How am I? I am good, Kaylee, thank you. Don't I stream from time to time? I haven't streamed in like 6 months, if not more. Do you like Nando's? That one came up a lot. How much money? I knew that was coming. How's post day after birthday? I've still got lots of cake. I'm enjoying it. CT side this time with NATO on his AWP. We'll kick things off in the teaser. Just want to execute in here. Percy up above the world so high, but well, diamonds normally. Actually, I was going to say diamonds don't kill people. This is not a topic I should touch on. T side looking to try and push back in, but the problem is they've been stumped. They've been slowed down, and they're looking for an opener right back in towards the site. Dennis is not going to allow for that. And well, he even adds in a second. Maybe Sprout are going to try and chime in with a flawless round. My girlfriend made me a Napoleon cake, which was really good. What do you think about this season? I'm really glad that CIS and EU was combined. I like that. There you go, flawless round. My girlfriend asked if I would stop listening to Oasis. I said maybe. That's a good joke. How old are you, Caster? 24 as of yesterday. How could you only make a cake with just your left hand? Ah. Can I speak German or Danish? 9. Once again. T-side with plenty of money. Those flawless rounds early on. Thank you. Refresh. Now, Percy's aggression has been caught quite a few times now. It sort of seems like one of those things where either he finds the opener and Sprout can just run away with it, or he dies and things go wrong. And while this time he hasn't been given an opportunity. Never mind, he has been given an opportunity to die. The B side was just opened up by the T side. And while the double AWPs left once again, is Hugo the girlfriend? I wish he's out of my league. There's only one day between our birthdays. Ooh. Orb save seems to be going fairly well for the CTs at least. Money will actually be enough if they can keep both of these orbs in hand. Dennis and NATO can actually both drop a rifle, and well, Percy can pretty much buy himself. How old am I now? 24. Hugo is a fine piece of ass. I agree. You're hella old. Thanks, Kaylee. I appreciate it. How old will you be next year? The math of that is way too complicated. Family friendly. Not when it comes to Hugo. Spitty. This time he's the one looking to go a little bit aggressive. Wasn't happy by the fact he was caught out by an AWP last time. Thanks, Cash. Spitty. Actually continuing his push forward. Waiting with the swag 7. Managed to get a couple of kills before, but is Spitty this time to kick things off? Will there be a trade? Yes. Dragonfly turns it into a 4v4. Normally we talk about these situations as... oh. Problematic. How old were you when you were born? I suppose technically 9 months. Does manage to find one, looking to try and shut down this Ivy push. "30 seconds left on the clock. The T's do need to get moving. NATO's still ready and waiting, and Stown hoping he can find some sort of opener here. Now, this T side definitely know what's going on here as Cyclone still flips his vision over towards that Ivy spot, and Torben needs to try and trade this kill back. He's the one with the bomb, though. If he dies, this round is surely over, but, well, it seemed like his opponent didn't even know it was there. NATO, however, does. This 1v1 will continue. 10 seconds left on the clock, and the bomb is going to be planted. Nothing that NATO can do about that, but he will switch over to the AK-47. Give him that extra maneuverability. Slightly missed the spot of Torben, who's looking to cross over, but he executes him. Instant headshot. Will be taking an 8th round onto the board for Sprout. This man normally pretty damn good when it comes to his CT side play. However, Fragsters, well, money-wise, are going to be absolutely fine. Love you too, TZ. What do you do besides streaming? I'm very lazy. Favorite color, purple. Will you rap battle me? No. How are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. There we go, though. NATO Safix. We've stuck with him. He's going to go a little bit aggressive over towards this B site. There will be a man waiting in the form of Bubsky. Cyclone on the other side of the map looking to do something similar. This is a battle that you really shouldn't be taking. How is he not dead? Okay, there we go. That's more what I was expecting. Bubsky running through the Molotov, and he will catch a couple of players. Not expecting anybody to push from there. And while this is looking like a surefire round for the T side, as even as it will get, unless Spitty can somewhat pull off something impressive. Thanks, Down. You kind of ruined my you ruined my sentence. Either way, though. I would lean in the favor of Fragsters now. An 8-7 I think that their CT side is stronger as it is. I think from what I've seen so far of Sprout, their T sides have been the ones letting them down. Their CT sides have been excellent. We've seen them come back versus Prosto from a ridiculous scoreline. We see them, I think it was comeback versus Windigo from a ridiculous scoreline. Like, it's not been easy. And their CT sides have been their savior. What time? I think it's the CT side of Matt. But yeah, I think it's likely that Fragsters are now going to be taking the first one. We'll see if Sprout can prove me wrong. I'll be happy if they do. We are going to see them pushing right through Ivy. The split on towards this A site already. The bomb is going to be dropped. A bit of a problem for this T side. It's not in the best of positions either, and the USPs are going to be favored. Nice shot from Refresh as well. Already a second, a third for Refresh in aggressive positions as well. And while it's not going... Okay, Dennis will actually manage one, and NATO's found another. This may be possible until Torben gets that kill, and then the round is over. 8-8. Who is your favorite caster? I like Henry G, and I like Vince. They're the ones I like watching. Well, I think the Sadikis Henry G duo is the best duo. I don't like. Obviously, different people like the different things, but that's for me personally. That's what I enjoy. When are you going to marry? God knows. Oh, that was the correct answer. That's fair enough. T-side, I'm going to be forcing into this one, but the SG's doing the work. Down with his brother. I bet their mum's very proud. Both players, or both sons in a pro team. Torben will double down and leave Percy alone. The drop will give this position away, and absolutely nothing once again for Sprout. These flawless rounds from Fragsters really helping them out. What other games do you play besides CS? Ooh. I played a bit of that Mario tennis game. That was quite fun. I don't know, I'm sort of waiting. I like playing games on my Switch when I'm like traveling. So I buy too many games on my Switch. I'm waiting for Smash Bros to come out. That'll be good. And what else? Mario Party. That's gonna be fun. But no, there's a lot of. The thing is, if I'm on my PC, most of the time I'm just playing CS. That's the sort of problem. Here we go. T's hoping for a bomb plant as they will go rushing right towards B site. Well, again, it's another flawless round. The CT's not losing a single player and so much money kept. 1v1 me and Wii Tennis. You don't play Train. Train's my favorite map. How's life in China? I'm not in China. Although, I've been a few times and it was alright. Again, we're going to see some aggression over towards this Ivy spot. Looking to take the battles early on, and Dennis will be taking some serious damage. Bomb, in the meantime, looking to go over towards B, at least in these early iterations of the round. Now, we could sort of have split in round the back from Ivy. I know it's also weird, like the damage bar, normally, like, well, what it used to do is go red and then fade. It's kind of weird that it's just stayed red. I don't think I like that either. Did I cast Lithuanian CS before? Yes, I did. HP bar bug. I don't know, is that the bug or is that new? I'm not actually sure. Oh, hello. That's a new a little bit of lag, clearly. It is going to be Torben spraying down too. We just had to give him a little bit of time to think of what he actually wanted to do. But, well, NATO now going to be left into a 1v2 situation. Torben up close. Hits the timing well, but doesn't quite manage to finish off the kill, however. Refreshing from behind. We'll make this 11-8. What's the best way to start casting? I would say that, like, some of the open qualifiers, they have, like, streams that you can basically just stream whatever you want. Then I would say send that to someone. Send that to, like, you could even send it to a YouTuber, send it to a caster, send it to anyone, just say, what do you think? What's my favorite mobile game? Oh, I have absolutely no idea. 11-8. Pistols in. I do live with my girlfriend, or as some people say, my left hand, supposedly. It's down. Ready. Torben. Normally an anchor on this side, but will take an awful lot of damage. But he is going to stay alive, more importantly. I will say that when we saw them play Train the other day, Percy was still able to get a lot of damage done with pistols when going in towards that B site. Not this time, though. That's another flawless round for Fragsters. They are so good at just building up this cash. And really doing damage. Record yourself casting, send it to NATO Sapphics. Or record yourself casting NATO Sapphics and then send it to him. Ah. That's how you really do it. Shh, stop telling them my secrets, Uni. Stop it. Once again, though, T-side already going to meet Dragonfly. Fresh, but he's going to get flicked on. NATO just about quick enough to remove his face. Dennis going to try sneaking his way in towards the site, but Stown is ready and waiting. And so far, the CT side holders look strong. And Sprout are yet to really put that much of a dent in it. More kills just going the way of the CT side as Spiddy is left all alone. 1 versus 3, and, well, he will hit the deck as well. This is exactly what I was saying, though. I think if we're going to see a strong performance on this map, we needed more CT rounds for Sprout. Now, they are good at bringing games back. That's another thing that you have to give them props for. It seems like a lot of the time somebody gives them a little bit of a prep talk and pep talk even. Prep talk, that'd be like a expensive school. That'd be a bit weird. But somebody seems to pick them up when they're down. They're going to need it soon. Of course, this is the map choice of Fragsters. Somewhat expected. Right. Be able to find one, but the distance of the rifle playing back will make things pretty difficult. We managed to find a rifle for a second or two, but one by one, we see this fall apart for Sprout once again. Only Percy remaining. It's going to be 14-8 in favor of Fragsters now, of course. Can I know your name? My name is Tom. You can type !cast, that does lead you to my Twitter, where you can find any information you desire. And even a beautiful follow button, which will, you know, make me happy. Here we go. Potentially the last-ditch effort for Sprout. Hello from Indonesia. Hello. Never been there. Like to, though. Already followed a long time ago. Thank you. Dragonfly, once again, is going to be kicking things off for the CT side. Dennis will retrieve the AWP. Seems quite happy to pick up that secondary orb. Do you have a pro player close friend? I feel like this is like a setup. I'm good friends with NATO. Get on well with Quick. He's a nice guy. I'm hoping Windstrike can do it again. I like my haircut too. It was given to me by God within my genes. Down, just going to be waiting. But the problem is this round is pretty much over already for the T side. "35 seconds left on the clock." I almost wonder if they're just going to fall into a save here, because they're going to want to have a decent buy into the next. Down, peeks in, manages a first, knows the last player is there as well. The youngster almost closes the round on his own. The fact is, Spiddy is going to be killed off from behind. 15-8. We're going to cast at Sorcon. I don't even know what that is. What do you think of Danish CS? I think it's not fair that one country can have this much talent when we only have Smooya. If Sprout loses this map, you're going to eat your underwear for breakfast. That's a pretty bold claim, considering they are currently 7 rounds down. I would like video evidence, please. Nade already thrown in. Doesn't do quite as much damage as expected. He's going to be coming out, and Dragonfly is there once again to find the opener. Make that a second, and 1 by 1. It all falls apart for Sprout. This map is surely going. And while I'm waiting for those underpants to be eaten, because unless Danish clutches this will be map 1 going the way of the side. Ooh. Oh, that's not. Hi, that's not me. Act like a waste man. That's not me. Not going to sing the rest of the song because, well, that's not me. Either way, we'll be back after the break. !caster. Do it. See you then.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.